Well, here's the gateway in though. I'm sure the gateway in people will be more pleasant. Conflicting messages you've got there. Just a few, yes. I'm Angaltir. Angaretil. The perfect of hospitality here at the Gateway Inn. At least your hospital, even though you have only 13 liking of me. Shall I tell you about my trade, or do you need hospitality papers? Or perhaps you are open to an offer of work. Oh yeah, do I need the hospitality papers? I would love to have hospitality papers. According to collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni, outhouse and outlander guests in the Southern Mora may not travel in town or speak to or conduct business with the citizens, tradesmen, or publicans unless they have hospitality papers. This is for the comfort and safety of our guests. As perfect of hospitality for Southern Mora, I can provide you with these papers for 25 gold, which you can purchase these hospitality papers. Sure, I'll purchase these hospitality papers. Yeah, conflict messages, it could be neater, it could be bold. You are dangerous, so you are welcome? Maybe. I never got those weird spider things they wear. No, it's a scam. No, I'll buy it. Thank you. And here are your papers. They permit you to travel in town and speak to and conduct business with citizens, tradesmen, and publicans anywhere in Saturmura. Of course, we hope you will stay with us here at the Gateway Inn. Travelers of all races, factions, and professions are welcome and made comfortable here. Yes, I'm sure. So, or perhaps you're open to an offer of work. What kind of work would you be talking about? I got done that once, that going into China from Hong Kong. Not really. Not really? Question mark. A ghost is haunting our south turret bedchamber. As soon as we get rid of it, it reappears. We can't rent room and all our guests are in an uproar. The maid's mistress, Aurora Uvula's master Nilot's mouth, came to take a look, but said she couldn't see how to stop the hauntings. If you can rid of the gateway haunting permanently, I will offer you a choice from a number of valuable items from a local enchanter. I guess I could have a look to your ghost problem. Thought the taxitudes were pretty bad. Why are you without a shirt too, Srava? What are you doing here? What can Srava do for you? Ah, you're one of the slaves, yes.
Kashit has no time for you.
Yes. Go free! What do you want? Nothing with you, I guess. And another slave.
Prey approaches.
Yes, pray. South Wing. Ini. Also, we could be saying just go free. I don't think it's a good idea for us to be freeing people here, though. Chest. Door. Hello, ghost. Would you just please stop that sort of silly business? That's unnecessary. Gateway haunt. Well, that would be too easy at the moment, I think. Just like very short visit here in the room and I would have already killed it. Very strange. I didn't remember it was that easy, but maybe it just has been too long for me to remember anymore. Well, if that was all about your gateway haunting, then it's already dealt with. Yes, as perfect of hospitality here at the Gateway Inn, I'd be happy to tell you about my trade or provide you with... I also may have worked. Yes, work? You say you killed the haunting. Weren't you listening? No matter how often it is killed, it reappears. Go, look, kill it again, and it reappears. Go talk to the maid's mistress Arara Ula's master Nilot's mouth. She said she couldn't see how to stop the hauntings, but maybe she can tell you where to start. Yeah, that was what I was thinking of. That doesn't work that way. So, mates Mrs. Arara Ulas, Master Nelot's mount. Right. Oops. Ouch. I dropped. Hey, now I should be able to at least actually trade. Because I have hospitality papers. Now remember that I almost got scanned by a fake taxing break. Yeah, that's bad. No, I don't like you. That's why I don't want to talk to you. Is there anyone in Saturmora who likes you? I have hospitality papers. Just saying. Is it truly something that I cannot just like then trade with this even though I bought that? I don't think that it should be able to work. Well, I am meaning to join the Telvanni, so maybe I should just then get to join in the Telvanni. So... meh. Lucky I already knew how much it should have costed, so I didn't pay what he was asking. Well, that's good. Clearly. Definitely a good thing. Well, let's just go and try to actually join the Telvanni. We find it and we want to be increasing our magical capabilities, don't we? We just bought even better spells, so that is what we wish to be doing. We wish to be increasing our magical capabilities. And I think Telvanni is the best way to do such a thing. Don't you agree? They can even throw all of these things out of just magic. Like that. Hello, Stevie. Welcome to the stream as well. How have you been this week? Hopefully well. Alrighty. Well, I remember this is the council house. I love this thing too. Like a sun almost that you enter through into this place. So the old finger again. Same old welcome messages. From Tayunta. Not me, of course. Where you did, Dylan? Excuse me? Yes. Whatever. Council house. And yes, I love the designs. And yeah, as you can see, they use these sort of great soul gems to build these sort of things here. And this is the council of the Telvanni, council members that talk in mouths and so on and so forth. So, who's the one that I needed to talk to? Dianta, fuck you. You guys. Mates Mistress Arara Ulas. Arara Ulas. There you are, Arara Ulas. Hello. I'm Arara Ulas, the mount of the Master Nelot. Master Nelot? Yes, he is my patron and I represent him in the Telvanni Council. Master Nelot lives in the Tower of Tel Naka, here in Satrit Mora. What do you want? So you work as a mount? I am mount in House Telvanni. I speak the words of my patron here in the Telvanni Council. Oh, this shot is like family. Very much indeed. That is exactly what this chat is. One big family. So, I was needing to talk to you about the gateway hauntings. I inspected the manifestations in the south turret bedchamber in the Gateway Inn. I examined the site thoroughly, but I found no evidence of a restless spirit or ancestral influences. The ghost itself is trivial and easily banished, but I don't know why it reappears, or how to stop the reappearances. I can't be sure, but my experience and intuition tells me that the conjuration expert is involved. By that I mean a mage skilled at summoning ghosts. That's all I can tell you. A conjuration expert, eh? A mage skilled at conjuration is adept at summoning otherworldly creatures, including ghosts. Yes, I got that. So what can you tell me about the House Telvanni? House Telvanni is one of the great houses. We value talent, knowledge, and initiative. Perhaps you would like to join the House Telvanni. I might actually like to join the House Telvanni. I think that I might learn a lot more magic if I would be working with you. Yes, you may be a worthy candidate. Would you like to join? Yes, I want to join the House Telvanni. How did the PUBG go the other night? That is a good question. How did your games go, Stevie and Tajunta? Are you certain? Remember that once you join, you cannot join any other great house. Perhaps you would like to hear our rules. Oh, certainly. I think that would be probably a good idea. However, at least I wouldn't want to be joining the House Redoran. You remember the House Redoran that started to so dismiss us completely? And on the other hand, any more geometrical misadventures. I think you are the one who has seen most of the geometrical misadventures that they've had, though. I'm cool with whatever rules. Yeah, I'm probably cool, but I think it's still good to hear them. And Lalo is the other place, which is basically where the main place was in the Palamora, but they don't do magic. So I do think that we should be learning the ways in the Telvanni. Didn't get stuck this time, was pretty fun and all that. Let's hear the rules. We trust all members of House Telvanni to use their own judgment. If you steal from another Telvanni, but still live, then clearly you deserve whatever you stole. Murdering your opponents by magic or treachery is the traditional way of settling disputes. If you win, then clearly your argument has more merit. You may be expelled as in any other great house, but most Telvanni will not care or even know about it. Does this appeal to you? What do you guys say? Would you like those rules? Basically, pretty much it's just like anything goes. If you can do it, then most clearly you deserve it. After all, during the stream I said something like, Jim would be disappointed for the lack of glitches. Yeah, might makes right. 100% here. Or maybe a magic makes right. Who has the mightiest magic. But as sons, we are pretty much like in the way of going into a pretty... Absolutely. Yeah, it appeals very well. But as such, I do think that this appeals more to Felicity anyways. He knows he is able to handle these things very well, so he is pretty much like, I'm okay, I can do whatever I want, but basically he doesn't believe that anyone else would be able to do anything really bad to him, perhaps. The mightiest magic, eh? Wink wink nudge nudge. That's interesting, sure, I guess. Doesn't seem like the moral choice, but a fun one. Yes, it's not definitely the most moral houses, this Telvanni house, but it's definitely an interesting one, I'd say. So yes, I am eager to join. You are now a member of the House Telvanni. Welcome, Harlin Felisaretti. When you are ready, speak with me about your chores and your advancement in House Telvanni. Should you tell me what you would like to see me do, so that I could advance in the House Telvanni? Master Nelot needs 5 potions of the Sloach soap. 5 portions of the Sloach soap. That's pretty easy. Why Sloach soap? I've already had 5 portions of the Sloach soap anyway, so hey, yay, there you go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy and all that, lemon squeezy. Toyota Pupsy after the stream? Yeah, that's a good question. Does a bear shit in the woods, Stevie? That's an interesting answer. Give me all the powers, yep. Well, hey, yes, Master Nelot needs 5 portions of the Sloach soap to help with his research. Here are 500 drakes. Ooh, we already earned immediately some monies. You can keep what is left after you purchase the Sloach soap. No, we actually didn't have it yet. It's just a quest. I doubt I have it. Don't have it yet. Let's just have a look quickly. Did I have already Sloach soap? I highly doubt it. But at least I got some money. Yeah, I have 4, so I need 1 more. I was thinking that I have close to that. well, not quite. I need one more. Do you have the slow soap? But it was a advance payment and I needed to just get some monies or those slow soaps and I need one more. But just need to go and get one more. These still are going to be pushovers. Totally. Basically means like that. Yeah, yep. The traveling crab merchant. Pretty much. I'm Kalos Materis, the mouth of Master Arion. Master Arion is my patron. He lives in the new Telvanni city of Telavos. So would you perhaps have any chores for me? Master Arion wants a message delivered to Tiva et Fur. Would you carry this coded message? I think Tiva et Fur. Wasn't he the one that I went for my corpus disease, I think? Mayhap. So sure, let's carry a coded message. My patron, Master Arion, wants this coded message delivered to Tiva et Fur. He lives in Tel Fur. You might need some help getting there. Why not take these potions of water walking, and these potions of healing, and perhaps a few potions of swift swim as well? If the et Fur responds to this message, please deliver his response back to me. Sure thing, dude. We'll do that. You guys sat around on these platforms all day. Seems kinda boring. Another authority thing, I think. Yep. Excellent. More crap for my back. Yep. So it is. Malam Ruon. Hello. You are a mouth for Archmagister Cotran. Yes, Archmagister Cotran is my patron. If you have business with him, you may find him in Tel Arun. So, do you have any chores? Archmagister Cotran has some questions for Paladas Telvanni. Will you speak with Paladas and ask him 3 questions? Sure, I guess. Paladas Demevani lives in Arfstrelen, which is in Nisis. Well, when I go there next time, you can use the Mage's Guild teleport service to go to Altrun and then take a Sith Strider there. Go there and ask him about the disappearance of the dwarves. Ooh, this actually... this is the same thing. I needed to find about the disappearance of the dwarves for the one Mage's Guild guy. And I was thinking that it was something that had to do something with Telvanni, for example. And interestingly enough, this guy also talks about us needing to ask the same question about disappearance of the dwarves. So interesting. Tumor artifacts and the tumor language. You do not have to get an answers from him. Simply asking the 3 questions is enough. Why these 3 questions like the disappearance of the dwarves? Interesting. Just need to go and ask these questions, eh? Well, seems very easy enough. So, Raven Omain. Hello, so you are Raven Omain, mouth of the Mistress Drata. Where is she? She is my patron and I'm here. I am her mouth on the council. If you have personal business with her, you may find her in Telmora. What about chores? Telentren, Mr. Strain alchemist needs 5 portions of muck. Yes, I am looking for 5 portions of muck. Many alchemists sell it and you can gather it yourself from muck sponge. Once you have 5 portions of muck, bring them to me. I don't think I have muck that much. Pretty sure I don't. I don't remember even exactly how it looked. I know what it is though. But I don't think I have it right now. I'm quite sure I don't, unfortunately. I probably sold some at some point. Hey, there's some muck. I actually have 5. So hey, here you go with some 5 muck. Yes, here they are. Good. Here, take these 100 trakes for your trouble. I already have enough grave dust and green leeches to finish these potions of cure disease. It would be so much easier if everyone would cure themselves. You can do that, can't you? Yes, of course. I can't even get diseased anymore, so surely I can. Good. Perhaps you are not totally hopeless. If you don't want any more chores, go about your business. Well, what would be your next chore? Mr. Strata wants a ring known as a Black Jinx. That sounds familiar. Turns out my DeviantArt just bugged out. Ah, okay, got it working again. I'll upload the Morrowind picture there. Alrighty, you do that. Okay, so Black Jinx. Mr. Strut has always had an interest in this ring. She believes that the ring is now here in Satrit Mora. Acquired this ring and delivered it to me. Black Jinx. Where did I hear that sound before? Or hear that name? Maybe I just remember it from back before when I've been doing these things. Alright, let's ask around for Black Jinx then. Felissa Ulesson. I am Felissa Ulesson, the mount of the mistress Tirana. She is my patron in House Telvanni and I am her mount. She can be difficult at times, but very careful if you must speak with her. Be very careful. So, do you have any chores? Mrs. Tirana has requested that someone deliver her new clothes for her. I will pay 1,000 trakes to anyone willing to deliver her new clothes. 1,000 trakes just to deliver clothes. Doesn't sound too bad. Sure, I'll deliver the clothes. Take the skirt and deliver it to Mrs. Tirana. She lives in Telvanni and can be eccentric at times. Take these Amsifi intervention scrolls. Don't hesitate to use them if there becomes difficult. Okay, well, there is a skirt. It has been added to your inventory. I remember another clothes mission that didn't go well, eh? Telvanni. So... where's the skirt? There's Serena's skirt. Kinda ended in murder as clothes missions do. Yes, always. What else could they end at? I guess is the question. So Telvanni. Where is Telvanni even? Just so that I would know for the future. Telfur is of course there. I don't know actually. I guess I would have to find it out. Find it here somewhere. Well, let's go start doing our chores, I guess.
Yes, Outlander?
Hello, hello. Now at least I should be actually able to do a little bit better. So, first of all, would you happen to have heard about a Black Jinx? I have heard of it. I believe the ring belongs to the Moraktong. If you are brave, perhaps you could ask them. They have a guild hall on the northeast side of town. Well, look, who might be a conjuration expert over here? Hyperdashery Voltasherary. Wow, I actually used hyperdashery in a remotely correct context. That must be a first. I guess so. So, conjuration expert, you say? Conjuration expert? Here, in Satrit Mora? Well, my first thought would be Master Nello, the Mage Lord of Telnaka. He's a mystical wizard, but conjuration is not his specialty. In fact, I don't know anyone in Satrit Mora who teaches conjuration. No, wait, Ulani Helleran at the Mage's Guild at Wolverina Hall teaches conjuration. I'm sure of it. Huh, does Mage's Guild have something to do with this, eh? Interesting. Quite interesting. Haberdashery. Pretty small items used in sewing, such as buttons, zips, and threads. Interesting. I did not know that word before, Jim, so I learned something new too. As before, Dion to say, you learn something new every time in the stream here. Something new every time. Now at least I know one thing more that I learned too, which is the word haberdashery. And it's obviously Jim who is teaching us, isn't he? Oh yeah, and slaves being traded here. Isn't it lovely? Some cash sheet and yeah, slaves here. And indeed, proper knowledge. So, you guys are actually a little bit nicer now. You don't have to be so freaking mean, always. It's so pleasant to be sometimes nice, you know. And not always so very, very mean. Why be mean when you could be nicer? Hello? Did anyone know about the Black Jinx yet? I don't think so. So... Okay, not really anything interesting with you. How unfortunate. Yep. Not just Australian bullshit, but proper no, the gym has the information. A small goes a long way, babes. Well, naturally. Which is left as an exercise to the reader. Yes, totally. So, let's go and have a look if I can find some other places for first of all to sell some of my stuff and then to go and solve that issue and solve some other things and all. Healer doesn't sound like someone that I would want to be exactly selling. See, you didn't have to be so mean before. You're all okay with me now. Not even worth it. Only 800 gold though. I didn't need to come here. Oh well, already did. Can just exit immediately. I just want to shop, which would be a little bit more useful than that. These shops have been very unuseful thus far. Just climb. Sure, let's visit this place at least. This is what heroism looks like. Yep, totally. Selling glass armor from door to door. Well, hey, it's part of heroism. How else are you ever going to be like giving out? Well, should I be just giving out for free? Just leaving it on the ground for the next hero to come up and pick it up? Is that what you would want? Interesting. Moonsugar has dispel effect. Maybe I should buy some Moonsugar then. I don't know if I really should, but maybe. I don't really wanna. I can find some Moonsugar in some places, surely. What do I want to do here? Not really much, I guess. Tell me about the... Well, actually, I needed to buy one more sloth soap. Anit Selot might have some. Her shop is in the north side of town next to Forest Hole in the wall. Okay, north side of town, you say? So, in a quite different spot. What was the name that you mentioned? Plus, do you know about the Black Jinx? I can't really ask about that though. So, Aniselot. Aniselot. Hell no, and this is your compass. Probably could and even equip it. Yeah, see? Parasol in the wall. Right on the very different direction that I came into. How unfortunate. Well, that away then. And jump on the way. There was something else that I also needed to do on the north side. I just don't even remember anymore completely what it happened to be. Maybe someone in the north side knew about the Black Jinx as well. Black Jinx. That's an interesting problem with that sign. I'm not sure if that's natural either. Hello, Scrap Lord. How are you this evening? Hopefully you have also a great... There's so many yo-yo now.
My time is precious,
But
so
yes,
make it
hopefully you have
quick.
also had a good evening and everything. Good day. So I would need to go and buy some sloth soap from you. Do you have any sloth soap? Would you know about sloth soap? Sloth soap and it's Selot. Yeah, so not quite here. Next to the parasol, so not quite here, just next to this place. Fine. But so many So many Yuyus. So do you know about the Black Jinx? I've heard of it. I believe it in the Morak Dong. Yeah, that was on the north side. Good, good. Good that you've been doing fine. Oikeesti, mikä on jutun juju? That is the question. That is the perfect question. I do not know. I do not know. And it's bothering me too, Tajunta. What did I miss? Not so much, yeah. It's an echo stream. Echo stream? Well, I joined Telvanni. I'm in this weird... That's actually nice looking next to the moon. Interesting looking. But yeah, I joined the Telvanni Guild, Telvanni House more so. And yeah, then I've been selling and doing alchemy and so on. So yeah, not that much really, I wouldn't say. But yeah, some stuff may have. Would this be the correct place? But now I've joined the Telvanni, I'm trying to do some chores for them and all that. Do things in this place. Santrit Mora. You are Anis. Would you have me some slow soap? Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I just... Well, let me sell me 3. Sure. Sure, that's fine. 3 is fine. Then, let's see. Do you know about the Black Jinx? Yeah, you just have the same answer to me, which is fine, I guess. So, Molak Tong or Morak Tong, however I should be exactly saying it, should be something that I should find here somewhere. I can't see that sign even, that's very sad. Nothing there. That's just one other place. Do you have any money for me? And yeah, checking everyone that has a shop if they have money for me. So that I could actually sell some stuff off that I have too much carrying and everything. Would you buy this from me? Domina curses are very weird kind of Domina. I should have some woman character at some point and equip her in Domina curses, I guess. I wanna kind of know what this would look like. They sound weird. Okay, is there anything interesting? Sort of like mocking people. Yeah, sure. I'm just going to everyone and threatening them with violence so that you will be going and actually buying stuff from me. Well, these are called Domina. Yeah, weird. Domina boots, Domina cuirass, Domina greaves, Domina helmet, Domina left gauntlet, left pauldron. That sounds kinky. Yeah, I think so too, but... yeah, you do that. That didn't sound weird at all. No, it doesn't. Absolutely no. Sounds great, in other words. Yeah, totally. Not my thing, but you do that. It's not necessarily my thing either, but I just want to know how it looks like. Like, we know how the adamantium set looks like. I would want to know how this exactly looks like, because it's weird to me. The idea of it is weird to me. So I want to know what it looks like, because I don't remember it. Maybe it's one of the mods that added it. For some reason, even though I didn't exactly put any mods like that in. So, oh shit, I'm alone in this. Little awkward all of a sudden. Well, completely alone? Yeah, I understand you are just curious. Yes, curiosity killed the cat though, but no. Alrighty. I don't think you have anything interesting for me though. But specifically for Pelisaret, it is just armor. Maybe I should buy them. Just for a short moment, and then we can drop them away, because it's not like they are any value. Let's see what this looks like with him. Yeah, I would want to see just for the fun of it and the laugh of it and everything. So sure. Let's do it. Let's see what Felens already looks in this armor. I think he looks very fancy. Quite fancy. This is going to be interesting. You are over encumbered, of course, but hey, this looks excellent.
You may speak.
The guard even stopped and started to look at us. Yeah. Veline is extremely comfortable with himself. Yes, let's do the hip movement too. I think that's going to be an excellent idea. Yeah. Not bad. So very, very pretty, yes. Yes. Even the guard wanted to stop and look at us after this. So pretty, stop it. Holy shit. Yeah. Welp. It's Syntisen kaunis mies. Totally, totally. Absolutely. You could totally slay in this outfit, yes. Totally. Slay. Yes, okay. I shall equip my own gear soon back. Though I guess I could also try out how we would look in our class gear, or almost full class gear. Not completely full, but very close to full class gear. Well, we are still using the Domina head, but, you know. Actually, that looks very strange how that pellet movement works with the class gear, I gotta say. Doesn't seem to work very well. You're ready to face the monsters of Morrowind in the Domina outfit today. And you will forever be able to face all the monsters when you just wear the Domina outfit. It is for us, for you, just for you. Absolutely. Domina is still a winner. It is. It's very interesting winner, but it is a winner. I gotta say so too. It does add quite a bit, if we might say, specifically to Felane's front, like into this area. It added a lot. It added a lot. It makes you feel confident. Some more fan art coming out of that one, by the way. Yeah, I think that's totally a-okay. It seems like that's how it should be from that, definitely. Would you mind just taking back your Domina gear? You love your Domina gear, don't you? You already have another set available just for you. Oh, thank you for the share again. Domina fan art. Definitely. In a sense, you should be giving that share to Diamond then, though, considering. But this girl is also a real fan of the Domina gear, just saying, considering there's already another set here for sale. Going to be another sleepless night. You're thinking about just playing Soretti in his gorgeous, gorgeous Domina gear. Absolutely lovely. Oh, hello, Marantia as well. Perfect timing for you coming around. Though you did miss the Domina gear. Do you wanna see the Domina gear, Marantia? Just asking if you wanna be seeing how Felane's Sarati will be looking in the Domina gear. He was actually very fabulous in that. And yes, welcome here. You missed the fashion, so sure. Okay, let's equip the Domina gear again, so that also Maverick can see how pretty Felens Soretti looks in his getup now. Yes, it is very slimming, I gotta say. It is very slimming. It is quite something, I would say. It is quite something. I think it's a perfect fit for Felens Soretti. Not so slimming in front, really. No. Yeah, seems a little bit padded. It doesn't seem like it should be there, but well. Now then, back to our original gear. Thank you very much. So what do you think, my Varentia? And hope you have had a good week, by the way, and a good weekend and all. Or well, a good start for the weekend. More so. Alrighty. Would you take your Dominic gear back? Thank you very much. Yeah, Cellar Mark 0. Just take him away. I'm not judging another man's moves. Moves. That is an interesting way to say so. Nice amount of belts, limps the figure, and probably distracts the enemy. I would think so too. You are correct in that, Marintia. Does she have a whip to go with that set? Yeah, might be that there should be a whip. That's totally right fashion in a weapon in the right hands or body. Yes, it does slightly bring into mind actually the belt that you could have in Baldur's Gate 2. It was quite a funny belt. It would be able to change your sex when you put it on. It was of course a cursed belt, but it had no other positive effects. It just changed you from one sex to the other. You just like you were female at one moment, and then when you put your belt on, you were a male. All of a sudden, does bring that into mind. Pretty nice guy coming up. For sure. Oh yeah, Chim Chim also remembers that belt. It was a very special belt, I'd say. A shame if Sus completely missed the Dominic gear though.
Outlander, I haven't much time.
Okay. Doesn't it sound lovely, Tayunda? That would be pretty sweet probably in real life too, just to be able to change your sex completely like that. Would be pretty interesting if you could just try it out. I was trying to talk to you. Yeah, Molak Tong, yes. I was thinking that this was probably the Molak Tong. So, Morak Tong is the ancient traditional assassin's guild of the Tamer. We provide 3 varieties of execution: public, private, and house war. We only recruit candidates of proven skill and honor, and only Grandmaster Eno Laluin Vivek can authorize new members to join the Molak Tong. I'd try one for one day if I had a chance. Yeah, it would be definitely at least interesting, I'd say. So, would you have heard about the Black Jinx? Or maybe I just need to go and have a look around the place a little bit. I have heard of it. I am at Moraktong, and he is just like, I believe the ring belongs to Moraktong. If you are brave, perhaps you could ask them. Aren't you in the Moraktong? You just said that you would be. So, that's kind of confusing to me. Yeah, cause why the hell not? Sure, I could try for a day. Yeah, I wouldn't want to change it forever either, but it would be interesting to just try. To see a little bit from a different perspective, so to speak. So, would you happen to know anything about Black Jinx?
Go ahead.
I would be looking for a Black Jinx. Suppose I did have this ring, this a Black Jinx. Would you take this? What is not rightfully yours? Is that all that you gotta say? Where do you have this Black Jinx is my question. Or do you have it in your person? Because that could be a little bit of a problem. But, why did I suddenly start moving like that? Oh, is it you? You are pushing me around. I don't appreciate being pushed around. Yeah, got the sword ready for extra persuasion. That's indeed my thoughts there.
What, stranger?
Speak,
You got a
traveler.
skull here, eh? The Black Glove. Well, we have never read this before, so I guess I could read it. So the black clove, swift and agile are the Morak tongue, silent and unseen they move, illusions they supply to misdirect their prey, close and sure they strike with short blade, or distant and secure they strike from afar with accurate missile fire. Light armor protects them from harm, and the acrobatic discipline finds for them the unseen and unlooked for path. Have you these virtues, then perhaps your ode and service may please the Morak tongue. Do you have your friends and your finery, but no place to go? Do you laugh and cry, but no longer feel? Do you wear these masks? Then perhaps your ode and service may please at the black clove. The blood of the hunter and the blood of the hunted, the joy of the hidden and the joy of the seeker, the blood of the eye and the blood of the gate, the joy of the living and the joy of the dead. Are you one with these things? Then perhaps your oath and service may please Mephala. To make your oath and enter our service, the worthy must seek the Grand Master, who by tradition lives in the unseen and unlooked for corners of Vivek city, between the blood of battle and the waters of life. Intriguing. So if one would wanna be going and joining these guys, I think he unfortunately have the black jinx with himself. Dude. Thank you for actually trying to move out of my way. I think I should be trying to persuade you in some ways. So yes. Persuasion. Intimidate. Well, if you insist, I guess I must hear you out. Intimidate. I don't want any trouble, just take it easy. I want black jinx. If Trotha needs the ring so badly, I do not understand why she does not seek after it herself. Hiding behind mere servants like you is a sign of cowardice. Here. Yes, I admit it. I have the ring. If you want it, you can fight me for it. Challenge him into a duel right here and right now.
There is no escape.
So you have some courage. We shall settle this now, to the death. Sorry, dude. To the death. But at least it was an honor duel, so no one else will have trouble with that. There's the black jinx. Absorb luck and burden. It's all okay and all. I'll take your gold too. Goodbye, Alvesalas. At least you wanted to just go with duel. Well, and yeah, it was kind of easy. But I just didn't want any criminal record for myself about that. And yeah, staffing. Now you got your wish, Chim Chim. And yes, it was quite easy then.
Ahead.
Goodbye. I got what I needed from you guys. Thank you very much. Let's go back into the actual lovely glowing mushrooms here too. Or well, they look very glowy because there's these lanterns in these sort of places. But yeah, I love the designs over here overall. All the lanterns around these places and all that. Bringing light into the darkness and everything.
What do you betray the clan?
What do you guys say? Just a nice little... Oh, by the way, did you do your drawing with the lightning effects yet, Tayunta? Just came into mind considering it's dark again with all of these lanterns and everything, lights. They're a nice effect though, here, like this. Could be even prettier sky, but it is a night sky. Usually I try diplomacy. Are you sure, Chim Chim? You often say that just stab him, so I'm not sure about that, considering you have those clear Finnish roots after all, with all the stabbing and the knife stabbing and everything. So, are you sure? You know, I've never actually played an RPG with a stabby character. Usually I try diplomacy. The architecture is great. Yes. One wouldn't expect you to do the diplomacy stuff and all, with all the stabby. Although I do sometimes play the righteous warrior. Sometimes. Sometimes. Finnish people are known for stabbing? Well, some. And usually Finnish people are associated with knives in general, so yes, in that sense. Like, all the Finnish people are here like, yeah, totally. I'm surprised Kid hasn't already stabbed me. I don't live in where you live, Jim, so that's one of the first things that protects you from the stabbing and all that. But yeah, if you go and have a look into the, for example, the one comic that is the Scandinavia and the World comic, go and have a look what how the characters, the Finnish characters, who are so to speak the Finland itself, like the different characters are the countries, Sweden, Norway, and so on and forth. Finnish character is basically the Finnish guy only says perkele, so the curse word, and they often have the knives, and he gets angry a lot and all that sort of stuff. So it's funny enough a comic, nonetheless. So in that sense, at least to that Danish person, that seems to be the quite of a clear picture of the Finland and all that. Not necessarily just only the truth and everything, but you know, it delays the stabbing and all. Yes, it's fantastic. The country's characters are perfect to the T. Yes, I do agree that they are very funny. Very fitting. Oh, and there, actually, Jim already posted the link. So, yeah, I haven't done your task yet, sorry. But yes, here's the slow soap. Yes, here they are. Perhaps this will put Master Nelot in a better mood. He's old, you see, and he has trouble moving about. I used soap along with some root brush and pony meal to make an ointment for his joint. Oh, very nice of you. Well, of course stereotypical, but I like it. Yeah, of course stereotypical, but on the other hand, that's the fun of it, because they usually, stereotypes do still hold truths in them. It doesn't mean that every Finnish person is exactly like that, but there's truths in that. Too much info. Yeah, this is kind of a, a little bit of info. Okay, got myself something to drink. Okay, well, welcome back, Tajunta. You missed plenty. In the meantime, plenty of chatting. So, George. Master Nilot asked me to acquire Staff of the Silver Dawn and deliver it to him. Staff of the Silver Dawn, you say? I believe someone in the Mages Guild here in Satrit Mora has this staff. Master Nilot wants the staff, and I cannot leave my duties here long enough to fetch it for him. Go to Fulfrain Hall, get the staff, and bring it back to me. Staff of the Silver Dawn, eh? Yeah, so much stabbing happened. Totally. And yeah, mostly accurate. What about you? Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yes, here's the black chinks for you. Yep. Yes, this is it. Mr. Strata will appreciate this. The ring can instill fear in others. I know a spell or two that are not as powerful as this a ring, but I will teach them to you if you wish to learn. Sure. Yes, teach me the spells. Very well. Raven teach you how to demoralize your opponents. If you want more shows, speak with the other mouths. Oh, you don't have more. That's very sad to me. What about you? Oh yes, I haven't done your quest yet. Do I have some sort of advancement though? I've done quite a lot here. Yes, we find you worthy of a retainer. That's not too bad. At least we have a retainer, so we're not quite that pathetic position anymore.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
You're developing quite a soft spot for the Finns. So it seems, Jim, so it seems. Why is it? Considering I don't think I've ever met one face to face. You fall in under our spell. Excellent, says Tajunta. Once you recognize the language, you start hearing it around, I think. Maybe, that's true. Yeah, probably. Mavarentia hasn't commented anything after there's a stabbing conversation though, so maybe we scared Mavarentia. Maybe. With all the stabbing and all. Stabbing conversations. Let's go and visit in the Mages Guild in the, on the other hand, in the meantime, I'd say. There's at least a couple of things that we can try to be doing in there. In the meantime. I did actually smile at a couple of Finns at the airport the other day. How could you do that to those poor Finns, Jim Shim? They were suitably weirded out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. How could you do that to the poor Finns? Just smiling them randomly. Like, dude, what are you doing? How could you do that to them? Totally horrible. How could you? Yeah. Scraplord also laughing. I know your weakness. Yeah, freaking crazy strangers going and starting to smile at you randomly. It's a horrible punishment that shouldn't... No one should go through that. And Jim, you're just going and doing that to people? How could you? Yeah, sudden smiling is like a knife to chest. Damn you, Jim of Jims. Yeah, damn you. How could you do that? I feel very sad for those poor Finns. They didn't know who they crossed paths with. They just want to show you their knife as in the puukko, totally. No, Netherlands aren't part of the Scandinavia. That's quite of a stretch. Like, Scandinavia, Finland isn't even part of Scandinavia, actually. Finland is part of Fenno-Scandinavia, as in just like as a peninsula, like a Fenno-Scandinavia. But Scandinavia is just the portions that have Viking history specifically. And Vikings have never been in Finland, so Finland isn't part of Scandinavia either. And Netherlands, definitely no. Definitely no. So, specifically, of course, Norway and Sweden. We could, I guess one could be saying also Denmark, considering Denmark is close to Netherlands, but because Denmark is also a little bit more of a same cultural heritage. But, yeah, definitely not Finland. Definitely no. Like, definitely Nordic countries, yes, but Netherlands doesn't even belong into the Nordic countries. Netherlands is a little bit different. They're quite sensitive about that, yes. Well, I'm just explaining that especially, like, Finland doesn't belong into that at all. Not the Fighter's Guild, I'm looking for the Mage's Guild. I don't believe in Fenno-Scandinavia. I don't take your pity version of Scandinavia. Yeah, well, it is of course interesting though, because of course then on the other hand some Swedes specifically we're Finland and that's enough. Sure, and I think that Nordic specifically is a-okay. Like, we are a Nordic country and we have specifically history with Sweden/Norway, but they have their own specific history and then we have our history. It's just we have been part of Sweden for such a long time that there's of course shared history as well. It's just not, for example, in any way related to the Vikings history or anything of like. Burial Shrine, Fulfrin Hall. Huh? I heard Finland is only 100 years old, so technically Australia is older. Well, of course it is. It is only 100 years old when we were part of the Russia for such a long time too in the meantime. Australia is all alone anyways. Australia is way too big to be even one country. There should be more countries in Australia than just Australia. pretty much, I think. It feels like anything that is so big of a country on its own should be a little bit smaller. It feels that it's way too big of a country for itself, from me, more from my perspective, but
I suppose I have a moment. What is it?
it is, of course, in its all lonesomeness anyways. They probably were. It's all a conspiracy, you know. In what way, Chim Chim? Yeah, Finland used to be a little more than a sport between Russia and Sweden. Well, we were also, of course, influencing situations like if you consider the Hakkapeliitat in the war between Sweden and Denmark, we did have our warriors as well who were the horsemen in the Swedish army with who called the Hakkapäälle as in a little bit like get 'em or I don't Hakka is like smash smash 'em or some sense, and that's why they were called Hakkapeliitta because they were yelling Hakkapäälle, Pohjanpojat and all that. Australia is barren. Surely I posted link about that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the Australia is not real. Yes. There's a lot of those different things that Finland isn't real and Australia isn't real. I think that's something that is in a lot of places. Back home, I noticed my bird was full flight from cycling the snowstorm. I didn't see the full story now because the chat cycled up a little bit too quickly, but that's funny. And the subject changed quite a bit while I was typing. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. Smash is completely accurate, yeah. By the way, was this in Finland? Is the truth. So apparently I'm just a paid actor. Totally. Yeah, Team Jim, didn't you know that you're a paid actor? That you just pretend to be from a place of Australia that doesn't even exist? There's no such place as Australia. Don't lie to us, Tim Jim.
Right then,
Why do you
I'm
lie
listening.
such things?
May I help you?
Your accent is completely
something?
fake. I want to be paid.
How can I help you?
So, I'm right in front of your face. Would you know about any conjuration experts? Oh, come on. Lani Helleran.
What do you
You
want?
are the conjuration expert, apparently. Hello, Lani Helleran. Do you know about the Gateway Haunting? Oh, come on, leave off on me accent. I make exception for women in what comes to smiling. Okay, so there's exceptions. So Gateway Haunting nonetheless. So, you suspect me of being behind the Gateway Haunting. The squeezy butt Angardhell is taking it pretty hard, eh? The clown had me brought up before the magistrate when I first came here, and for not having my hospitality papers. But I suppose you're right, the joke is losing its freshness, and I don't want to get anyone hurt. Go tell Angardhell that Gateway Haunting will end. But do me a favor, will you? Give him these ghost-free papers from me. He's always giving those hospitality papers, so she's then choosing to give us the ghost-free papers. Sure, I'll give him the ghost-free papers. Kiddo almost got an Aussie accent with that one. Yeah, that would be so funny if I could teach Kiddo to speak English with an Australian accent. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. It's going to get some cottage cheese. Be right back. Okay, enjoy your cottage cheese, Mamarentia. So, what else did we need to do here? That was that. Then there was one guy with the staff.
Do you need
Yes.
something?
Was it, what was the staff? Staff of the Silver Dawn. Yes, I have the Staff of the Silver Dawn. I don't use it very often. I prefer daggers myself. I sell it for you for 300 drakes. Yes, here's give her 300 drakes. Here, take it. Come see me if you're ever looking for another enchanted item. Thank you kindly. Cottage cheese is delicious. Yeah, it is good. Good luck on there, Marentia. Like fresh cottage cheese, milk and the cow cottage cheese. Oh no, that brings into my mind like also what we talked about the characters that with the Okami, that there's those more sexier ladies and all that. But for example, in Geet, there's a lot of different type of things. Like I don't know if you guys have listened to the voices that you could do in Wizardry 8, which you could choose for your own party. There is one woman voice who is like, milking the cows. Like, I'll join your party after I have done milking the cows. And I don't remember the end, but still, it's so funny. I've never chosen it actually, but it's funny that there's something, her type of an accent and someone who would be talking like her as a possibility to choose for your party. It's so weird, but I love it that there's something like that there. The sweetest lady. I guess you could say that it's the sweetest lady. Sure, let's go to the Imperial Shrine, but yeah, it's just so funny that there is that option. Like, the other one was a little bit like, it was something about bulls as well. Just not about just the cows, but also the bulls. There's something about them too. I just don't remember the exact wording used. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, it's just funny. I should definitely at some point, maybe I should play at some point as a stream also Wizardry 8 again, or maybe indeed after we have done Wizardry 6 and 7 or some sauce. Milking the bulls, yeah, not quite that. Hope not. No, not quite milking the bulls. Milking the cows and then something else with the bulls, but not sure what it was. Oh, bulls, not booze. Got confused for a moment. Yeah, not booze. Not booze. Yeah, no, not milking the bulls. Like, Jin Jim also laughed at that. But yeah, it's, like, especially if you think about games always having been something like that, artists or always portraying female like that, it's not true. You're just very much picking what specific things you want to be seen. You want to be seen that it's like that, so you look at those things, and then you are going to find a lot of those type of cases, of course, but there's plenty of cases where it's not exactly the case, or very minimally the case, or there's a lot of possibilities for other sort of choices as well, if you want to just see them. But if you just want to be picking up the ones that you think that fit your narrative, how the females are portrayed in games, then sure, you're gonna find just those examples. Look at the bulls, you guys are on fire tonight. Totally. I have to be careful. I have to carefully try what goes here. Unfortunately, the mainstream is just so mainstream. Hell yes, mainstream games are always mainstream. I don't usually even go for mainstream games. I've never specifically been just specifically for mainstream games, but mainstream is mainstream. I don't really care about that. Why should I care? It's a little bit like complaining that, oh, there's mainstream movies. Well, yeah, duh. There's going to be mainstream movies.
Yes.
You're not gonna be able to stop that. Nope, not that yet. Here's the Staff of the Silver Dawn, yes. Yes, here it is. Could just write all characters well. It's not like game characters are always that well written anyway, male or female. And yes, that is very true. Not all characters are written well. Sometimes it's fine that they don't pay attention to every character that long, but especially mainstream games from EA and so on, I really wouldn't be able to say I would care at all. Whatever EA touches, I don't bother with anymore, other than maybe Sim games, but Sims, I've played Sims 2, 3. Well, I started with Sims 1 and Sims 2, but I do prefer to then not buy a lot of their expansions for the Sims games either, because yeah, it's something just I like to play a little bit for fun of it, but I don't want to buy any of the newer ones. Sims 3 is quite enough. And yeah, it just, I don't like EA. So my choice is not buying EA games because I don't like them. I don't like them, I don't like the fact that they ruin a lot of games genres and so on and forth. Mainstream movies are all tits and bums and explosions too. Yep, it's the market share, I guess. All good things, but still could have more than that going on. But yeah, there's a lot of choices available. Always was and always will be. Yeah, and as such, like, was it Final Fantasy III that is actually a very progressive game if you consider? Like, in Final Fantasy III you weren't able to just choose from different races. You were also able to choose your gender in the way you were able to choose either being a female or a male or other. Other genre. That could be pretty much anything then. So it's kind of interesting that there's that sort of a choice in something like that sort of an old game. So yeah. I mean, if Euro Truck Simulator can exist, anything can. Yep, pretty much. Haven't been watching too many movies recently. I haven't watched that many either. And welcome back, Mavarint. Yeah. Welcome back. Hope the cheese is good. Yeah, pretty fast. Okay, good. I have Master Nelot will be pleased with it. Or hope. I have this old dagger I no longer use, and I can teach you blind your enemies as the staff does. Sure, teach me to blind my enemies. Yes, of course, Ara teaches you blind your enemies. Now, if you'll excuse me. Do you have any more chores? I do not have any chores for you. Check with other patrons. Sure. Or at the mouths that it is. 3 questions. You... I have no other chores. No. Yeah, the other was the ghost hunting, ghost fence thingy. So it wasn't something in here. Can you give me an advancement? Yes, we find you worthy of an oath, man. Thank you very kindly. Euro Truck Simulator is good though. I haven't played it ever, but it's nice that there's different kind of games for all the different type of likes and all of that. Oh, I'm not disputing that. I don't think I've ever played that, but of course I play some simulation games. Depends a little bit. A lot of building type of games like Railroad Tycoon 2, for example, was very fun. Me neither. Well, I saw The Hateful Eight a few months ago, but yeah, I haven't watched a lot. I actually watched a little bit of the Netflix series now that also got a couple of recommendations. I started to watch specifically the one Lucifer, I think it was, series. I've enjoyed it thus far well enough. So, first of all, I would like to see... Where is the Ghost Free papers? I want to have a look into this before we give them up. You would recommend it. I thought about checking it out. Well, maybe I'll keep in my keep the name in my mind, I meant to say. So, certification of ghost-free hospitality by authority of the super extra very sovereign council of mages without ditches within bowels. Whereas the Gateway Inn and all its dark and secret places have been found to be completely free of spooks, bujums, snark spectral codes, revenant toiletries, and or cannibal vampire anchovies. Muchera Mistress Dummer from far away, Mace Lady, Lord High Inspector of Hostelry for the town of Sadrit Mora aforesaid, thus pronounce the Gateway Inn free and clean of all otherworldly, hostile and malign entities, with the exception of the profound and displeasing odor that arises from the perfect of hospitality, which, despite the preternatural magnitude of its offensiveness may well derive from altogether more mundane sources. Signed, Mutsera Mistress Dummer from Faraway Maid's Lady, representing the super extra very sovereign council of mages without digits within vowels. That's quite of a paper. If you like Tarantino movies, it's pretty much a must-watch. Chim Chim just need to reserve some time to it, as it lasts about 3 hours. I did like Tarantino, but I haven't really watched since Dusk of Dawn. Do check out that out if you're at all interested. What? What did you just read, Kira? Do you need to read it? Do I need to read it again to you guys? Did anyone else hear what I was saying? Unless Jimson completely missed me. It was the Coast-Free Hospitality Papers. We bought the Hospitality Papers before. This was the papers that the one mage who had been making the Coast appear in this tavern all the time and everything. Yes, please. Got zoned out for a sec. So yeah, these are the papers that the mage, who had made the Coast appear all the time in this tavern, provided for us because she complained about the very fact that she was treated poorly in here, and there's the full hospitality papers from here and all. I think she exorcised the demon but could not get rid of the odor. Well, it's not... yeah. Well, she also really cast that coast there originally, but yeah, well. Well, certification of ghost-free hospitality by authority of the super extra very sovereign council of mages without digits within vowels. Whereas the Gateway Inn and all its dark and secret places have been found to be completely free of spooks, butchooms, snark, spectral coats, revenant toiletries, or cannibal vampire anchovies. Mutsera, Mistress Dummer from Faraway Maid's Lady, Lord High Inspector of Holsterley for the town of Santrit Mora aforesaid, does pronounce the Gateway Inn free and clean of all otherworldly hostile and malign entities, with the exception of the profound and displeasing odor that arises from the perfect of hospitality, which, despite the preternatural magnitude of its offensiveness, may well derive from altogether more mundane sources. Signed, Mutsera, Mistress Dummer from Faraway Maid's Lady, representing the super extra very sovereign council of mages without digits within vowels. Yes. Whatever makes the money, revenant toiletries, cannibal vampire anchovies sounds like a problem that would solve itself. Might be, yes. I think I have to do much snark sometimes. Agreed. Makes working with my colleagues difficult. Okay. But yeah. So, yes. She asked us to serve these papers to this dude. So we shall. I solved your problem as perfect of hospitality here at the Gateway Inn and all. So, yes, about your work. You say the hauntings will stop. How do you know? Can you prove it? What was causing the hauntings? If you want your reward, you must give me a satisfactory explanation. So, here are the questions. Do we explain what happened but without Uleni's name? Explain what happened and include Uleni's name? Explain what happened and deliver Uleni's papers. I think I have to do that because she did ask us to actually deliver the papers too, so I would like to just give him the papers. I like this guy's flat top. Yeah, it looks very good. Very good on him. At least he should have pointy ears rather than the one other guy who was complaining about how we look and he had ears like that even though he shouldn't have. Makes him look like an extra from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Military look, very. Oh, extra from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Totally. Okay, well, sure. Explain what happened and deliver Olenis papers. Sputter, sputter, that nerve of the Outlander. A disgrace to her race. She blames me, when it was she who failed to obtain her hospitality papers. I take care of her. And you. You got rid of the ghost, so you shall have your reward. I have a fighter's ring, a mage's ring, and a thief ring. Each ring fortifies the attributes most prized in each of these specialized disciplines. Which ring would you prefer? Well, a mage's ring, definitely. Then here's your mage's ring. Good day to you, and thank you very much for your assistance. And when I speak with my fellow Telvanni, I shall speak favorably of you. Hey, he got some credit. Besides, I do prefer that he wouldn't try to go and get rid of her, but in all honesty, she did want us to deliver the papers. So I'm sure she would expect him to be a little bit angry. Although I would have thought I'd remember a dumber in a Will Smith show. Yeah, probably. Probably uncredited extra or something. Yeah, probably so. 93%. Yep. Very much. And very nice. I anyways already knew that I had the thief ring, so why take that? Let's see. Here's the mage's ring. Fortify intelligence and fortify field powers. I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. I guess this is the one that I should rather than unequip it if I'm going to unequip something for now.
A warm welcome.
No, it's not a new record indeed, because Ajira is a 100% friend. Ajira the best friend. Oh yes, could be stunt double, feel from a distance. Maybe so. Let's save. Actually, I should rest. I have no magic. I should very much rest. Well, with those polygons, it'd have to be very much. I can't rest here though. And yes, Azira is the best friend. The very best friend a girl could want, or Felen Zaretti, who could very well pass as a girl in Domina gear. But, you know, don't you agree? I miss Azira's rolling R's. Yes, there were some good rolling R's. I did actually very shortly meet with Ajira as well before you had to come around, but not for very long. I would like some bet. Yes. And Thursday, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, and it cannot be unseen. The facial hair is a bit thick, maybe. Maybe. But on the other hand, there is some of those who do grow a little bit more of that, but yeah, I agree with that. It's a little bit much maybe, but well, Felen can always try to get rid of it, I guess, if he really would want to. Felen Soretti is exploring all sides of his personality quite clearly. As I said before, I learn something new every stream. Very. So what did you learn about that? Is my next question, Dayunda. So, which way did I need to travel? Into that way. I was thinking that that's probably the way I needed to travel. I want to break free. Yeah, okay, well. Good. It's good to know that you now know that you want to be free of the shackles. And maybe you have more courage to do so. Thanks, Toyota. Happy to have a ready singing in my head. That's very good. Okay, I would like walking in the waters. So, water walking, yes. You're welcome, mister. maybe I could just do this for a little bit. Oh yes, maybe I should actually also maybe do something like this then. Just steer forward quite efficiently. Just like that. I really am not sure if I'm going even way too far, but hey. Slowly but surely getting there. Okay, so I should be turning some more, walking into this way. This is very efficient. I'd say very efficient traveling. Highly sophisticated navigational system. Yes, most don't have this sort of a system. Honestly, why doesn't everyone travel like this? Yeah, totally. This is the best way to travel ever. Truly. Just close your eyes and sprint. You could never go wrong with that, surely. Yay, we see. Okay, maybe we should now change it. But I got all the way inside here with these boots, which is kind of funny. Or HSNS for short. If you can't see the bad guys, they can't see you. Totally, that's how it works in real life. Are we there already? So we are, sort of, at least for now, at least to my knowledge. We are in the correct place. With your eyes closed. Honestly, I can't see shit. Yeah, that's how it works though. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to see. Let's just use one of these so we can rise a little bit. Into new heights and all that. It's that way. Snap, snap.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Hello, you. It's been a while. Hello, fellas. Retty. How are you doing? Bit of a bad news, I'm afraid. The potion doesn't seem to work on others. Tried it on 2 hopeless cases. Killed them outright. Deader than a garlic snail. But is there anything I can help you with? That is quite of a shame to hear. The potion worked on me, but no one else this far. This guy. It worked, didn't it? Remarkable. Perhaps it will work on other inmates. I'll have to proceed carefully, of course. You may be an exceptional case. But here you go with the coded message and all. Ah, message from Master Arion. Yes, I will accept this message. Please wait here while I rate this. In just a few minutes I will write a reply. Message from Master Arion has been removed from your inventory. Wait. Here, take this back to Mount Kalos Martinius. Tell him that I must reject his master's thoughtful proposal. Interesting.
Under sun and sky, Outlander, we greet you warmly.
This game has it all. Guy with hot clones, daughters. Oh yeah, this is that guy. How nice. Yeah, this game does have it all, for sure. He's very special, we might say. He is quite special. I wonder if we can make out anything from the message he gave to us. Oh, there's our hospitality papers. I guess I should also have a look into that. Response. Yeah, response is something also that I cannot read. Hospitality papers, though. Yeah, this is totally what she was making mockery of. So, certification of hospitality. By proclamation of House of Telvanni, Town of Satrit Mora, District of Varenfell, by authority of the Sovereign Council of the Great House Telvanni, and its several client and subsidiary houses and clans. wherein at the general session of the Mage Lords and Hermouts held for the district of the House of Telvanni at the town of Satrit Mora on the 16th day of the second seed in the 421st year of the reign of the sovereign King Klalu, Hatun Leton, by the grace of all gods, King of Morrowind, Duke of Mournhold, Defender of the people and the law, loyal servant of the Emperor and Empire, etc., etc. I thought Okami would weird me out, but Morrowind easily takes the cake. So it seems. Though, of course, there's a lot more to Okami still too, so we'll see how that will end up being in the end, I guess. But there's a lot of weird stuff in Morrowind too, for sure. Mutsera Master, Angartel, Mage Lord, Prefect of Hospitality of the Tower of Satrit Mora aforesaid, had entered into recognizance with the sureties before us, His Majesty's Magistrates of Peace within the said district, whose names are hereunder written. We therefore, His Majesty's said magistrates, have hereby licensed and allowed the said felon Soretti, the Spellsword Dark Elf, to travel aboard in the town of Satrit Mora and its environs upon his or her own recognizance, to visit with all and sundry, to make conversation and arrangement and to seek lodgings within the citizens, with the citizens, within the citizens, with the citizens, tradesmen and publicans of said town as put forward under law by the collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni. Vadenfell district for the 3 full years from henceforth, next ensuing or till such other times as shall be by us or some of our fellow magistrates thereunto appointed. Provided that if the said felon Soretti of the Spellword Dark Elf does not from time to time during that time well and truly observe the collective articles of the Council of the Great House Telvanni, then this license shall be presently cease and be utterly void. Signed, Mutsera Master, Archerial Mage Lord, representing the Sovereign Council of the Great House Telvanni. And yeah, it definitely worse than Eula. Morrowind takes itself seriously, I think that makes it a bit different. It's definitely, there's not the same type of joking mentality as there is in Okami. Citizens, ugh, who has time to read this? Gotta find good lodging within those citizens. Yeah, totally, hot style, Totally, just click accept. Yeah, worse than Eulans, for sure though. Well, I guess that was all. I don't think there's anything really else to say, so thanks and bye.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
I am going away, right about now. Back to the Onyx Hall and back downstairs. I don't think you had anything for me, even that I could be buying or selling or anything. No, not really. Not really. I don't remember if there was actually a boat that would have also been something I could be using. I think there was. So I wouldn't have to use just going and walking in the waters all the time. I guess I could maybe go back with the boat. Maybe. Just maybe. Travel back to Satrit Mora. Thank you very much for the travel. There is travel. Even easier. Well, I don't know if it was easier. With the blinding boots of speed, the travel was pretty quick in all honesty, don't you say? Don't you agree? Travel was pretty quick, almost quicker than the boat. Previously. Then we can at least go and say that we also did this task and yeah, then we've started on our way with the Telvanni house pretty nicely. I do have to say that your helmet looks very interesting though. Would you guys think that that would fit Felon Soretti, this helmet? What do you say? Damn right it is. Yeah, it certainly has started. I just gotta see your fancy helmet some more. I'm sure you can wait for just a moment longer. And yeah, pretty cool. Reminds me of the alien's head. Yeah, I was thinking also a little bit, or definitely it reminds of the alien's head, now that you said that. Aw, you escaped. I don't appreciate it.
What do you need?
Now you stop. Of course, now you want it to stop again. Yeah, I was thinking the alien as the movie Tajunta. What other alien would you be thinking about? The water is lovely though, gotta say, with the the graphics updates and all that. The water looks real nice. He has an isopod on his head. Totally. That he does. Yes, I did deliver the coded message. Has Tivet forgiven your response to my patron's message? Yes, here it is. Thank you, Felon Serati. I will deliver this message to my patron, Master Arian. Please take this corner fee of 500 takes. Thank you. Do you have any more assurance? The Telvanni apothecary in Telvos is running out of cure plight potions. Since my patron, Master Arian, is responsible for Telvos in a sense, he has asked me to find someone to deliver cure plight potions. I guess. Until the Telvos is the apothecary you should speak with. Get 3 potions of cure plight and deliver them to Andil. You'll have to buy them from one of the vendors. Andil does not accept homemade potions. Okay, I gotta buy those then.
Is there something
Yeah,
I
and
can
a
do
lot
for
of this
you?
game does look great. Polygons are a bit lacking by modern standard, but some things are really nice. Yeah, they definitely are. Let's have a look to the rest of this place. I think you guys will enjoy what the actual downstairs of this place looks. As you saw, there was the kind of a grand gem in the middle already there, and then having a look into this center area there should be pretty nice. Potter. 800 gold pieces, not that much. Do you have anything interesting? Well, Finn's spear is pretty valuable. Sus. Nothing else though, really. Yeah, yeah, I know that word.
Haven't I heard of you?
Of course. This is a neat one too. Ha-ue-ai translates to very nice intention, Jim. Yep, it certainly does. One sweet word,
Freshest
just
ingredients in
all
town.
together. Ha-ue-ai. It's funny what a language spend its vocabulary on. Also has 7 vowels in a row. Yes, it does. And it all works. Ha-ue-ai. Quite nicely together in all reality. English, we needed the word Habersterschery, apparently. Yes, you certainly did. Apparently, indeed. Kind of a strange word, too. For sure. Oh yeah, I couldn't even. That's easy. I wanna hear you say it sometime. Jim, I expect you to master Ha-ue-ai. Ha-ue-ai. Master it. What about kalsarikännit? Tajunta, to explain.
Yes, Outlander. What do you
2,920 first of all. Or Fixinekko can explain. Kalsarikännit is one word that probably is bringing a lot of tourism. Possibly. Slow down. Slow down. I guess I could read this book. I haven't read it before. And otherwise, well, I don't know if I'll remember to read this at some later time, so sure. Some light reading at the end time here. But maybe I should visit first downstairs as I was thinking and come back to read this at that a little bit later. A rolled paper. You got some spells, and you could have a look into them, mayhap. Lots of lovely gems and all. Ogrim. And a flame. I don't think I can get all this down. It's easy, it's easy. Totally easy. I'm sure it's easy for you. So let's go and visit even more down. I didn't even remember how far down we gotta go to get in these places. Rhine of the
My prices
Tribunal.
are reasonable.
Are they? Do tell. How reasonable are your prices? Cellar gold is 0 though. That's pretty poor. Eh. Basically means getting drunk in your underwear. Also can need when you're at home getting drunk in your underwear by yourself. Easy and very useful. Yeah, I wonder why this needed to be a word. Finland? Well, that's a question you may ask. I don't know. What's your rank, felons? Or to know, sorry, later perhaps, but you're not when you're a higher
Speak your
rank,
need.
but
I'm
not
listening.
now.
Go ahead.
Fine. Then, don't trade with me.
My prices are reasonable.
Satrimora Telvanni Council House Hermitage. Hermitage. Here we are. Loads of gemstones here at the roots of it all. Mushrooms and the root growing from here all the way up. This is how these buildings are made here. Just the root. All the great gemstones making this place and water at the end. But here's the root that goes all the way up. Hello you,
Go ahead,
Lena
Outlander. What
Leran.
do you need?
I will be meeting you in the future again, I'm sure. I bet Finnish has a word that is basically Netflix and chill. That is a very new thing nonetheless, so I'm not sure if there's at least a really good one like that specifically. Specifically when there's mostly then nonetheless English series, even if there's Finnish subtitles, but still. I oversee the construction of strongholds for House Telvanni. You do not have enough rank in House Telvanni to have your own stronghold. But maybe in the future we may. I'm sure they got the shield part though. Yeah, I'm sure. I cannot build you a stronghold until you have been appointed as the mouth of one of the Telvanni councillors. So yes, we could try to be having our own place in a faraway future. Not yet though, but in the future. Nonetheless, all of these gems here poking up and all that. Let's just climb back up then. They do not need to be here yet. In the future, when the time is right, Belen Sarati will travel here again. Don't know about the Netflix and chill, but it reminded me about Subaru. I don't dare to type that's what that stands for though. Twitch guidelines say, I guess so. Let's go and read the book. Not sure if we're gonna be playing a lot more from here today. We at least proceeded a lot in the Telvanni though, in the meantime. Isn't Netflix and Shield just the code people were writing on dating site profiles to say they are looking for less than serious romance? I guess so.
There's someone watching me.
Nah, it's just pretty dirty. But yeah, I don't know much about that. I don't, I just recently only started to even watch anything in Netflix. So I'm kind of very new in that anyway. So if Netflix and Shield just means that exactly, then yeah, I didn't even know that. I'm so innocent in these sort of things. Totally. Well, or uninformed, mayhap. Who knows? Can you imagine just turning up and just watching Netflix and then going home? Watching Netflix and then going home. Yeah. But yeah, don't think that we're gonna be playing much more other than, well, reading this book that is pretty long nonetheless. So we'll see if we're gonna be playing more or not. Probably not though. So nonetheless, I guess, yes? What do you mean, Chim Chim? I could? I heard that Netflix thing meant having sex while Netflix runs in the background. Don't know for sure though. Yeah, I was thinking more that something like that maybe, but I didn't think that it would be something exactly used in the dating sites, but I don't know, maybe. I prefer to call it ignorant. It has a certain bluntness. Maybe. Don't have Netflix. Well, I have the free month right now in Netflix, so I watched actually some series from there. I know nothing about what the kids do these days. God damn. Yeah, you already wrote that incorrectly too, Chim Chim. Why are you so bad in English? I am especially very good at going and saying to you, why are you so bad in English, when I all the time say things incorrectly or pronounce things incorrectly or say the wrong words or don't come up with the word that I'm trying to come up with or anything of a like. So I'm the best at going and saying that you're doing bad English, but hey, at least it's not my native tongue. At least I got that going for me. The one thing that I have, at least, that I can use a little bit as a defense. Autocorrect, you're going straight back to the store tomorrow. See, the autocorrect just corrects what you're saying too. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. It just... so I can't notice. Quite clearly. Okay. Frostfall, Book 10 of 2920. The Last Year of the First Era by Karlofla Tonway. Then Frostfall 2920. Pyrkios, High Rock. The creature before them blinked, senseless, its eyes glazed, mouth opening and closing as if relearning its function. A thin glob of saliva purpled down between its fangs and hung suspended. Turala had never seen anything of its kind before. Reptilian and massive, burst on its hind legs like a man. Ministera applauded enthusiastically. "My child," she crowed, "you have come so far in so short a time. What were you thinking when you summoned this deer-trot?" It took Turala a moment to recall whether she was thinking anything at all. She was merely overwhelmed that she had reached out across the fabric of reality into the realm of oblivion and plucked forth this loathsome creature, conjuring it into the world by the power of her mind. "I was thinking of the color red," Turala said, concentrating. "The simplicity and clarity of it, and then I desired and spoke the charm. And this is what I conjured up." "Desire is a powerful force for a young witch," said Ministera, and it is well a match in this instance, where this death is nothing if not a simple force of the spirits. Can you release your desire as easily?" Turala closed her eyes and spoke the dismissal invocation. The monster faded away like a painting in sunlight, still blinking confusedly. Ministera embraced her dark elf pupil, laughing with delight. "I never would have believed it. A month and a day you've been with the Coven, and you're already far more advanced than most of the women here. There is powerful blood in you, Turala. You touch spirits like you were touching a lover. You'll be leading this Coven one day. I've seen it." Turala smiled. It was good to be complimented. The Duke of Mornholt had praised her pretty face and her family before she had dishonored them, praised her manners. Cashier had been nothing more than a companion. His compliments meant nothing. But with Ministera, she felt she was home. You'll be leading the coven for many years yet, great sister, said Turala. I certainly intend to, but the spirits, while marvelous companions and faultless tellers of truth, are often hazy about the when and hows. You can't blame them really. When and how means so little to them. Munistera opened the door to the shed, allowing the brusque autumn priest in to dispel the bitter and fetid smells of the dead rot. Now, I need you to run an errand to Pharos. It's only a week's ride there and a week's ride back. Bring Doriata and Selefia with you. As much as we try to be self-sufficient, there are herbs we can grow here, and we seem to run through an enormous quantity of gems in no time at all. It's important that the people of the city learn to recognize you as one of the wise women of the Seffington Coven. You'll find the benefits of being notorious as far outweigh the inconveniences. Turala did as she was bade. As she and her sisters climbed aboard their horses, Munistera brought her child, little 5-month-old Bosriel, to kiss her mother goodbye. The witches were in love with the little dumber infant, fathered by a wicked duke, birthed by wild alien elves in the forest heart of the empire. Turala knew her nursemates would protect her child with their lives. After many kisses and a farewell wave, the 3 young witches rode off into the bright woods, under a covering of red, yellow, and orange. 12th Frostfall, 2920, Tunen, High Rock. For a midday evening, the least loved Porcupine Tavern was wildly crowded. A roaring fire in the pit in the center of the room cast an almost sinister glow on all the regulars, and made the abundance of bodies look like a punishment tapestry inspired by the Arcturian heresies. Kasher took his usual place even, with his cousin, and ordered a flagon of ale. Have you been to see the Baron? Asked Ballot. Yes, he may have worked for me in the palace of Urvaius, said Cashier proudly, but more than that I can't say. You understand secrets of state and all that? Why are there so many damned people here tonight? A shipload of dark elves just came into the harbor. They've come from the war. I was just waiting until you got here to introduce you as another veteran. Cashier blushed, but regained his composure enough to ask, what are they doing here? Has there been a truce? I don't know the full story, said Balut, but apparently the Emperor and Vivek are in negotiations again. These fellas here have investments they were keen to check on, and they figured things on the bay were quiet enough. But the only way we can get the full story is to talk to the chaps. With that, Balut gripped his cousin's arm and pulled him to the other side of the bar so suddenly, Cashier would have had to struggle violently to resist. The dumber travelers were spread out across 4 of the tables, laughing with the locals. They were largely amiable young men, well-dressed, befitting merchants, animated in gesture, made more extravagant by liquor. Excuse me, said Balut, intruding on the conversation. My shy cousin, Cashier, was in the war as well, fighting for the living god, Vivek. So this is about the time when Vivek and so on were around, actually fighting a war. The only Cashier I have ever heard of, said one of the dumber drunkenly with a wide, friendly smile, shaking Cashier's free hand, was a Cashier Whitley, who Vivek said was the worst spy in history. We lost Alt Marak due to his pungling intelligence work. For your sake, friend, I hope the 2 of you were never confused. Cashier smiled and listened as the loud told the story of his failure with bountiful exaggerations, which caused the table to roar with laughter. Several eyes looked his way, but none of the locals sought to explain that the fool of the tale was standing at attention. Yes, so he was the same person. The eyes that stung the most were his cousins, the young man who had believed that he had returned to Tunen a great hero. returned to Twinen to a great hero. At some point, certainly, the Baron would hear about it. His idiocy increased in manifold with each retelling. With every viper in his soul, Cashier cursed the living god, Vivek. Interesting. 21st forced for 2920, the Imperial City, Cyrodiil. A little bit of a different location, eh? Corda, in a robe of a blinding whiteness, a uniform of the priestess of the Hecate Morpha Conservatorium, arrived in the city just as the first winter storm was passing. The clouds broke with sunlight, and the piteous teenaged red-card girl appeared in the White Avenue with escort, riding towards the palace. While her sister was tall, thin, angular, and haughty, Gorda was a small, round-faced lass with white brown eyes. The locals were quick to draw comparisons. Not a month later, Lady Richa's execution, muttered the housemaid, peering out the window and winking to her neighbor. And not a month out of the nunnery neither, the other woman agreed, reveling in the scandal even. This one's in for a ride. Her sister weren't no innocent, and look where she ended up. 24th Frostfall 2920, Tunen High Rock. Again in Tunen. And so the previous location. Cashier stood on the harbor and watched the early sleet fall on the water. It was a pity, he thought, that he was prone to seasickness. There was nothing for him now in Tamriel to the east or to the west. Vivek's tale of his poor spycraft had spread to taverns everywhere. The Baron of Tunen had released him from his contract. No doubt they were laughing about him in Daggerfall too, and Dawnstar, Lilmot, Rimmen, Greenheart, probably Nakavir and Jokunda for that matter. Perhaps it would be best to drop into the waves and sink. The thought, however, did not stay long in his mind. It was not despair that haunted him, but rage. Impotent fury that he could not assuage. "Excuse me, sir," said a voice behind him, making him jump. "I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was wondering whether you would recommend an inexpensive tavern for me to spend the night?" It was a young man, a Nord, with a sack over his shoulder. Obviously he had just disembarked from one of the boats for the first time in weeks. Someone was looking at Cashier as something other than a colossal, famous idiot. Yeah, for the first time in weeks, someone was looking at Cashier as something other than a colossal, famous idiot. He could not help, black as his mood was, but be friendly. So he was just happy to at least have someone who wasn't just seeing him as the idiot that everyone was telling him to be. "You've just arrived from Skyrim, asked Cashier. "No, sir, that's where I'm going," said the fellow. "I'm working my way home. I'm come up from Sentinel, and before that Stross Mackay, and before that Foodhard in Valenwood, and before that Artyom in Somerset. Velek's my name." Cashier introduced himself and shook Velek's hand. "Did you say you came from Artyom? Are you psychic?" "No, sir, not anymore," the fellow shrugged. "I was expelled." "Do you know anything about summoning Daedra? You see, I want to cast a curse against a particularly powerful person. One might say a living god, and I haven't had any luck. The Baron won't allow me in his sight, but the Baroness has sympathy for me and allowed me the use of their summoning chambers." Cashier spat. "I did all the rituals, made sacrifices, but nothing came out of it." "That be because of Sot Hasil, with my old master," replied Velek with some bitterness. "The traitor princes have agreed not to be summoned by any amateurs, at least until the war ends. Only the Psychics may counsel with the Daedra and a few nomadic sorcerers and witches." "Witches, did you say?" "Ah. So that will lead this guy Cassure into the place we read about first, to the witches, because witches at least can actually summon some Daedra. He, as amateur, cannot. 29th Frostfall 2920, Prukia's High Rock. Pale sunlight flickered behind the mist painting the forest as Durala, Doriata, and Selepina drove their horses on. The ground was wet with a thin layer of frost, and laden down with goods, it was a slippery way over unpaved hills. Durala tried to contain her excitement about coming back to the Coven. Wayrest had been an adventure, and she adored the looks of fear and respect the city folk gave her. But for the last few days, all she could think of was returning to her sisters and her child. A bitter wind whipped her hair forward so she could see nothing but the path ahead. She did not hear the rider approach her side until he was almost upon her. When she turned and saw Cashier, she shouted with as much surprise as pleasure at meeting an old friend. His face was pale and drawn, but she took it to be merely from travel. "What brings you back to Purkia?" she smiled. "Were you not treated well in Funen?" "Well enough," said Cashier. "I have need of the Skeffington Coven." "Ride with us then," said Turala. "Ride with us? I'll bring you to Ministera." Yeah, the beginning of this chapter was pretty nicely written, I would say so too. And of course, trying to keep up with this, my brain is not keeping up at this hour. Yeah, it is kind of a complicated story, I would say. The four continued on, and the witches regalated Cashier with tales of Wayrest. It was evident that it was also a rare treat for Doriath and Selefina to leave old Parabun's farm. They had been born there as daughters and granddaughters of Skeffington witches. Yeah, this is a long one. And a little bit more complex one. A lot of different characters in different orders introduced and all that. Ordinary High Rock City life was exotic to them as it was to Turala. Cashier said little, but smiled and nodded his head, which was encouragement enough. Thankfully, none of the stories they had heard were about his own stupidity, or at the very least they did not tell him. Doriatha was in the midst of a tale she had heard in a tavern about a thief who had been locked overnight in a pawn shop when they crossed over a familiar hill. Suddenly, she halted in her story. The barn was supposed to be visible, but it was not. The other three followed her gaze into the fog, and a moment later they rode as fast as they could towards what was once the site of a Skeffington Coven. The fire that had long since burnt out. Nothing but ashes, skeletons, and broken weaponry remained. Cashier recognized at once the signs of an orc raid. The witches fell from their horses, racing through the remains, wailing. Selefina found a tattered, bloody piece of cloth that she recognized from Ministera's cloak. She held it to her ashen face, sobbing. Turala screamed for Bosriel, but the only reply was the high whistling wind through the ashes. "Who did this?" she cried, tears streaking down her face. "I swear I'll conjure up the very flames of oblivion. What have they done with my baby?" "I know who did it," said Cashier quietly, dropping from his horse and walking towards her. "I've seen these weapons before. I fear I met the very friends responsible in Tunen, but I never thought they'd find you. This is the work of an assassin hired by the Duke of Mournhold." "Yep, not true." Not true. He immediately recognized they were orc weapons. "So I highly doubt this to be true." He paused. The lie came easily. Adopt and improvise. What's more, he could tell instantly that she believed it. Her resentment over the cruelty the Duke had shown her had quieted, but never disappeared. One look at her burning eyes told him that she would summon the Daedra and wreak his and her revenge upon Morrowind. And what's more, he knew they'd listen. And listen they did. For the power that is greater than desire is rage. Even rage is misplaced. So, That was Frostfall 2920. An interesting one. Yes, and you were just standing and looking at us the entire time. Basically, about a lie and what kind of wreck and havoc they would be then tearing in Morrowind. Basically based on a lie. Basically just based on a lie. Alrighty, otherwise I think we will be ending for tonight then this time around. So I hope you enjoyed the breathing down your neck. Yes, absolutely. Good story though. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice story, nonetheless. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of a good night story, so to speak. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of color in these books that you've never seen in a game. For a certainty. For a certainty, Jim Sim. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And thanks for having me. Thanks for being here around with Seneko. Why would I be kicking you out? Thanks for everyone for being here, of course. And I hope you guys have a good night. Apologies for me also screwing up with my words from time to time and everything. But hey, I guess you guys already know that I do that from time to time anyways. So yes, thanks for bearing with me, so to speak. Thank you all, and good night and sweet dreams. And also in YouTube, hopefully you guys also enjoyed some more Morrowind and more next Friday.